Corp.
Mundo would be a 10th. Gragas is not, though. He has played that once before, so Kana going back to something we've seen him on at least one time this year. Let's have a look at these compositions in total. Very big wave, even if you could just force him away from it, you could deny so much of that experience. Uses the Drunken Rage, Broken Blade, looking for that Ruthless Predator, gets the enhanced stun into the flash stun from Yike. Kana is burning and Broken Blade's on his way to pick up the kill. Flashes forward, 2 flashes.
Closer is going to have that awareness and he should be able to cross map. His bot lane also has the push, so it should be an easy dragon to secure.
1 for 1 on the objectives. I guess 3, But pretty standard for G2. Yike's level 6 now as well, and I'd like to see where he wants to try and make some impact with that Pyroclasm, because you can sometimes just walk into a lane, drop your whole combo. That's enough impact.
I wonder if he'll head down towards that bottom side at the moment. Broken Blade winning out top because of the earlier gank. It's about a 10 CS lead and about 600 gold ahead. Caps is constantly getting pushed in the mid lane, which is also why you kind of want to prioritize.
Broken Blade ends up getting tower aggro, and he even tried to knock Broken Blade back underneath the tower. Sejuani ult over the wall.
Goes in, lands on Caps, follows up with a base seal. Caps has to flash away, jumps the wall, Ignite ticks though. To do, they are managing to shepherd Kana away from the wave, so he's going to lose some XP unless he can get past the bulwark that is Mickey. And at the moment, Mickey seems to be doing a good enough job at keeping the Gragas at bay.
Yeah, G2 are just coming down here as well with Yike. Make sure that is a true cross map. Try and get Han Summer as much gold as they possibly can. KC happy to probably deny away these 3 grubs, but this will be a lot of gold, which is going over to Hans, and we'll see how he's
Think about the time lag between the grubs dying and the dragon spawning.
Oh, Fate Seal once again onto Caps, still has no flash. The Glacial Prison will be exact.
Right, they realistically should have got almost every single objective, but this pick here is going to allow KC not only to have themselves on 2 dragons as well. 3 grubs will do the work. Explosive charge, finish it off. 13-minute mid-tier 1. Herald's still not even on the map yet.
Later on, and is a core part of the dive comp that KC has.
Knows where his bread is going to be buttered for the next 5 or 10 minutes before Upset comes online with this Kai'Sa. Cross map was happening whilst we were talking about that for G2, but now Broken Blade is in trouble.
Guy's going to have the Targamas taking up the tower. Broken Blade will fall. Targamas survives with a sliver. And Caps' TP was stopped with an explosive cask in the top lane. He wasn't able to join Broken Blade down in this bottom side.
Yeah, I was worried that KC would just be massively behind.
All the way back in the jungle here. Now moving past the red buff. G2 have started up the dragon. It's stolen away by Closer. They're 1 away from Soul Point. Base Seal going in as well. And G2 are falling by their numbers. Mickey has to flash away. Cap's going to be able to kill off Targamas. Will he escape? He jumps across the wall. Summer is riding Shelly out, but Mickey is left alone, stuck with the
gold lead for now. And this brand is still very strong. Caps, though.
Vladdy, Soul Unbound has to flash. Mickey looking for the Solar Flare, and Caps just jumped in. I've been told there were so many votes coming in, actually, that our software crashed for a second, so we'll get the votes back in for the next game. Apologies for that. But perhaps now that you see G2 pick up a kill in the side lane. The Drake has been started, down to 10k. Kana on the front line, G2 as a 5 pushing forward. No vision in that bush for Vladdy. Clears out 1 ward, 8,000 now on the Drake. But where's Targa? Spotted on the control ward. He tries to sneak in the side. Vladdy down towards the bottom side of the fight. Targamas has walked his way all the way across here. And Kana goes in first. And someone Yike able to get away. The Solar Flare is gorgeous! A Solar Flare around an Infernal Drake. What serendipity for G2!
A massive team fight for G2. The Soul will be denied, the Baron will be secured, a tower as well. So close, yet so far.
Flanking Vladdy. And Vladdy does have flash, Fate sealed, misses, flashes the wall. Caps jumps forward once again. Closer coming in. Glacial Prism. Is it enough to kill off Caps? Vladdy dashes back and Caps will fall. Karmine Corp reacting on the side lane well, but Kana did invest his TP, and that means Karmine Corp are undermanned in the top side.
I mean, it's a good kill from the side of KC to get through. KC is going to need a miracle team fight to swing this game around.
They're going to need something like that 3rd dragon fight again. And it's going to have to be onto Hans and Caps. And once Yike has flash in a few minutes' time as well, I mean, he's got that Banshees. It effectively helped him make that last play.
Karmine Corp don't have any range to defend this tower right now. You can see how far back Vladdy's having to stand. Upset only just finishing his recall right now, so the tier 3 in the bot lane gone. G2 with the push on the Baron, asked to split the fight up and then find a couple of picks off that. rather than just going all in and pressing their R's on the same target, or just try and win out in a side lane. Vladdy's going to jump back, Caps jumping forward, flashes away from the Q3 and takes the kill. Akana's here to try and stop the party, and Caps is dodging everything! In the end, it's the Thorn Mail that kills him. Stop hitting yourself, Caps!
You want to suck KC in to a fight, or maybe wait for Caps, but the problem is, Caps might get 2v1.
Broken Blade stuns Targamas, who crashes down. Chain of Corruption's gone down as well, and Targamas is very slow now. Tries to flash out of vision. Hansama with the fast-out alteration will spot. They don't have vision right now. Targamas needs to get across. They put in a barrel. Targamas has a control ward. Will it be too late? Gets there in time. 4,000 on it. G2 start to back away. Broken Blade dashing in. Glacial Prison hits him, but he's really tanky right now. And on the front line, Closer is deleted. Mickey looks for the solo play, hits Vladdy, who unbinds his soul, but perhaps shortly will have to unbind his monitor as he did at the start of the game. Not sent back to the fountain yet. Now he's down. G2 get another. Caps dashes in. Yike flashing forward as well as Kana is running to try and find some escape, but there's just none from G2. Hans is pushing mid. Upset and Kana on the wrong side of the map. Upset! He goes for Caps! He gets him! Upset finds a small window of light, perhaps for Karmine Corp. Broken Blade there, though, still, as Kana tries to beat him off. Hansama coming across from the side to collapse. Kana will fall.
Slowly gets run down in the replay. Find the picture-in-picture. G2 getting a third dragon. That's 3 Infernals. KC, you're on the Baron.
Start on the Baron. Hansama has to work his way through mid lane to get here. He's already down to 2,000. Solar Flare hits on the back line. Will Closer get the smite? He will! But can Karmine Corp get out of the fight? Kana's already found one. It's 2. Already for KC. Closer's ticking and won't survive. Leandres burns him down, but Karmine Corp still have 4. Upset looking for more! Snipes out Broken Blade. Caps will find one off towards the top side. It's Vladdy who falls. Kana and Upset. Are you going to shepherd Targamas out? You can't. Only 2 Barons remain, but Karmine Corp still clinging on in this game. The TP behind as Caps looks for the inhibitor. Recalls have come out from Kana and Upset. Upset will get back. Kana won't. Caps just going to go for the base. Might be double in here. Might be the base.
No.
Only Upset stands in his way.
Caps
Caps!
He's gone!
Caps finds the kill onto Upset.
And then tanks the tower for a year and is going to die.
He gets it out! The thought.
Bomber!
Found it.
Karmine Corp though.
Oh,
Group up.
Mickey.
Flashed on with the shield of Daybreak. Kana going forward once again. Broken Blade looking for the flank. Upset trying to put the damage down. Magnus Storm in. Hansama has to flash away, but Kana's there for the chase. And Kana gets the shutdown. Solar Flame on the backline. Targamas is low. Upset is 2. And now Caps joins the party. Face sealed onto him, but he still has a GA to live to fight another day. It will be popped. Kana in the middle of 3 will fall. Pings going down. Broken Blade has TP. Super Minions pushing into the base, but instead G2 set their eyes on the Infernal Soul.
Infernal Soul and
there's the
teleport.
TP.
They're going for it. They don't really have wave clear. They can't get rid of the wave.
It's true. Targamas goes forward, looking for the Shadowing Strike. Can't find it. Inhib respawns. They can't. They can't take it yet. Targamas will fall, though. The GA popped onto Vladdy. Can he escape for long enough? The answer's no. A ruthless stun from the Ruthless Predator. Broken Blade. 7 seconds on Upset. No minion wave for G2, though.
Inhibs, I guess, is going to have to be the price for now. Upset's up. Kana's up in 5. Can they get all 3? They're looking for the end.
Upset goes in. Upset dashes forward. Caps jumps away. Yike pops the stopwatch, but will he go pop immediately after? In fact, he still has the flash. Kana now joining the party. Had a sip in the fountain and now is looking to unleash his drunken rage.
Is the game really
On
not
G2,
over yet?
I guess not.
Well, Caps is going to take triple inhibs.
Oh, Yike
G2
died!
Getting everything they
Yike did
can. Yike died.
That's 60-second death timer.
Flash for him. Buster shot available for Caps, but no vision means that G2 are able to secure the Baron before close side. Kana has the explosive caskets. Flash about to come back off cooldown. Caps pushing forward. Closer goes in. Glacial Prison. Oh, that was a gnat's whisker away from hitting the back of Caps. The Nexus Tower down to almost fate sealed in. Caps gets the Buster shot back and Upset jumps in! And Upset kills off Caps, but the inhibitor, the Nexus Tower is almost fallen. Magnus Storm forward, Solar Flare. The Nexus Tower goes down, but will G2 go down alongside it? Broken Blade does so much work as he kills off Upset. Now it's Mickey Yike and Broken Blade trying to close out the game. Can Karmine Corp hold on? Is the blue wall high enough? Or have G2 bought a battering ram to just smash it to the ground? G2 on the Nexus, Broken Blade on the Nexus as G2 take game 1.
A crazy end. Okay,
Right, instead it's going to be the Xayah. So Ezreal will be going towards the mid lane. Hans Sama has a bit of self-peel in the form of the Featherstorm, and that Leona will be moved to support.
I personally don't love Xayah into Braum, but, you know, his way towards mid lane. Caps.
Caught out by Vladdy. There's the stun as well with the permafrost, and Caps is just dead. Karmine Corp on the board, 3 minutes.
Broken Blade had Prior up there as well, so he's here to help out. And Mickey's also here ahead of Targamassu, just hanging around and ensuring Vladdy didn't get dove. Anything silly? Hans?
Looking for the damage on Upset, who still has Cleanse and Flash. Hans only level 5, Upset down to 250 HP, but should be able to walk to the safety of his towers. Hans, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he right-clicks backwards, thinking it's taking him out of tower range, and autos.
They could cross map, but unfortunately for Close, he had to go back to base, right? After, because that little scuffle in the mid lane.
They are trying to find this top angle. Broken Blade doesn't have Dominus. Kana's running out of Mega Knight, though. They've got to pull the trigger now.
Wallop goes wide, so does the house. Closer going in, Broken Blade. Stunned up with the permafrost, Kana goes into Mini Gnar. Tank the tower relatively well with a True Shot Barrage. Is that enough damage on Closer to stop them? Closer tanks the tower, Broken Blade flashes, Vladdy goes in with the Fate Sealed as well. Broken Blade still surviving, but in the end, Kana chucks the boomerang into his back and takes the kill.
Honestly, you got to feel a little bit from Broken Blade. Barely got anything out of it besides the ultimates, but does a good job.
Closes down.
And I guess he buys so much time that he gets to swing
both in the chat.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he's playing both sides.
You guys can tag him at RazLol is his Twitch. Just tag him.
Yeah.
Might be in the chat,
sure he's
might
watching.
not. A grub fight beginning here as Jake lands the smite. Locked up though for the second with the Glacial Prison. Vladdy dashing in, Mickey there for the follow-up. Zenith Blade, Solar Flare for the stun, but a great Glacial Fissure from Targamas will keep G2 at bay, and now Vladdy turns his attentions over to Mickey. Broken Blade low, does have that cold meek, the Strangled Thorns down, Kana yeets Broken Blade against the wall, but pays for it with his life, unable to escape the plants.
An incredibly tense fight. It ends up being only a single kill. Vladdy, ooh, nice flash from Caps. Vladdy finding a good opportunity there. Mickey with
the freedom of play on something like Ione against
point.
G2.
And they've done a great job of playing around it, right? We're all the fights are the first tower of the game.
Vladdy gets slowed,
Yeah.
jumps away from the Zenith Blade.
Cross-map's still happening, though. I think KC are okay with this at the end of the day, though it's 600 gold into Hans Sama's back pocket. And into a composition like KC where there's so much dive, Xayah getting further and further ahead. It's going to feel a little bit rough, but
it's also jungle camps, right? Like, just Google it, mate.
Alright, I will.
Pressure from G2 up towards the top side. They force Vladdy a little bit low. Caps trading with him once again. Vladdy using that shield, dashing in, flashed away by Caps. Meanwhile, towards the bottom side, Closer's locked up in the Stranglethorns. Targamas puts the Unbreakable down as Upset tries to join the party, and Closer's locked up once again. Yike takes him. Leandry's burning enough. Upset. Oh, he blasts Targamas back. A worthy sacrifice, Targamas falls.
That's 2 extra kills gained for G2. The thing that was crazy to me was both supports were just tanking so much in that fight. Now, the TP flank.
They see it.
Vladdy has flash, but he doesn't have Fate Sealed. Kana's looking for the flank, but he's only got about 1/10 of a bar.
Is Mini Gnar that threatening?
He's trying to build it up, but
No, he is not.
Okay.
So Yike did a pretty clever thing there where he spawned plants in the direction that Vladdy was traveling in, and then he just said, you deal with those. Lands the root onto Kana.
Yike no flash. There's the Gnar into the wall. Mickey flashing with the Zenith Blade. Yike will fall here, but it's Mickey that Targamas, that gets the shutdown. Caps kills off Kana. Meanwhile, Upset just got 1v1 by Hans Sama. Closer trying to get away as well. As Hans Sama starts to open up on this Xayah. Now he's on the wrong side of the rift. Closer has to flash. Can Vladdy chase?
yes.
Vladdy has ult.
The answer is yes. Flash ult, he's dead. Okay, shut down over to Vladdy.
But you could look at it from the perspective of...
away from it. Upset starting to chip away at this top lane tier 1. Targamas locked up. Glacial Fissure coming down as well, but only Closer there to protect. Kana looking for the flank. Does have the Mega Gnar building up. Targamas still alive. Hans Sama coming in from the side. The Gnar into the wall as Caps is locked up. True Shot Barrage coming out, but Caps will go down. But there goes 2 in response. For a moment it looked bright for Karmine.
It really does feel like if you're not finding Yike or you're not finding Hans, the extended fight right now is going to suck. And even as I say that, Caps now has hit 2 high.
Was that it was just a secondary engage that could either start the fights or just follow up from the original.
Grubs.
How quickly they take down these towers as well. Double AD carry. Caps takes a bit of damage. Kana looking for the flank, but Broken Blade marking him well.
2.
Either or is a strong option.
Solarflare used. Unbreakable does come out from Targamas. TP behind, counter TP immediately from Broken Blade. Glacial Prison, popped by Karmine Corp. Enemies get the stun on anyone. Kana marked by Broken Blade. The dash in from Vladdy. The knockback with the Nav. Is it enough? Featherstorm comes out from Hans Sommer as Kana is now isolated on the backline of G2. They peel well enough to kill off the Nav.
KC were immediately retreating. Though KC looking for the fight.
Look for the steal here. Vladdy has no Fate Steal, goes in with a Soul Unbound. Caps has to flash across the back of the wall. Closer trying to get in. Mickey there with a Shield of Daybreak stun in time. Mickey sacrificed himself for the Baron.
Constellation turret, but now with the Baron and Dragon spawning in about 20 seconds.
Follow-up. The lack of damage we've already seen is now just going to be accentuated by this Chem Soul.
Aren't really giving you too many opportunities. Perhaps you can find Broken Blade towards the top side, lock him up with the Glacial Prison, Fate Sealed as well. Broken Blade does have the flash and can use it across the wall, but a good chase by Vladdy. There's the Sterax though, that shielding so powerful, and Upset dives in. Vladdy takes the kill. What do Karmine Corp lose for that? Because G2 are pushing in as 4 towards the bot side. Targamas has to dash away. The tier 2 at least will be forfeit. Will it be more from G2 off this push?
I mean, Vladdy hasn't quite secured level 16. He's very close to that level up as Broken Blade being given time closer though with a nice angle.
Mickey jumps in. Glacial Prison onto Hans Sommer. He cleanses away. Strangle Thorns, the Gnar for Mickey against the wall. Now he flashes. TP coming in. The Solar Flare only finds the slows as Kana now needs to try and retreat. He'll get some movement speed from going into Mini and gets away. G2 though still have a cannon minion to push down this tier 2 with.
All right, G2.
At the very least. Baron in a minute's time, so resets need to come through for both teams. Kana knows he can't afford to overstay as well.
We only know that because Kana spotted him out with a Scryer's Bloom. Yike and Mickey looking forward. Upset has to pop the cleanse, the True Shot Barrage. Targamas tanks it with the Unbreakable. Glacial Fisher going down as well, but it's Mickey and Broken Blade on the front line. The face sealed onto the back line though is beautiful, but Vladdy just doesn't have the damage to follow up. And now G2 have split Karmine Corp into 2 separate groups. Yike is down. Mickey stepping forward. Hans Sommer gonna put the damage down onto Targamas. Another Void Seeker from long range. Targamas should fall here. Closer trying to get away. Targamas puts the Winter's Bite onto Hans Sommer, but still can't escape. 2 for 1 so far, the trade. Mickey coming in. Oh, to get away! Oh, Cap spots him! It was blinded to the bush. But
Quickly go back to base and contest it. You imagine they should be able to. But a tense situation.
Mogs, Targamas puts the Unbreakable down to stop the True Shot Barrage. The Baron buff empowering these minions for G2. The Void Seeker going wide there from Upset. Fate Sealed, Glacial Prison, still possibilities. Hans Sommer has Cleanse and Flash and Featherstorm. He has everything he needs if he's the one caught out.
Vladdy.
3 plants go down. Vladdy looking for the flank, puts Control Ward into the bush. But now the Elder down to 7,000. Can Closer get in? He's already down to half HP. He tries to dash in, but he can't land the smite. Yike gets this one. The Solar Flare goes down as Kana goes in, but the GA only buys him a second. It's 2 for Yike already. It's 3 for G2, and the chase continues. Make it 4 alongside the Elder, the Baron for the next 2 minutes.
G2 are just too far ahead, and again, Vladdy, honestly, good work. Onto the back line, great ultimate, great Q3. But there's just not enough follow-up from KC, and it's not their fault. It's just G2 defending their ground really aggressively, and now with the Elder, with the Baron, with the Soul, they're looking to close out this series 2-0.
Ultimately, a commanding game 2 from G2, rectifying the issues from game 1 and cementing their superiority over KC. They're looking to end it in a clean 2-0.
Targamas goes forward. The last brick in a lonely blue wall has fallen. G2 will clean up the series. Karmine Corp have hope, but they'll have to work their way through the lower bracket.
Game 1, good luck with that one. But yeah, ultimately a strong performance from G2, kind of the expected result. We're going to be seeing them go up against BDS tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I think G2 will come in as heavy favorites based on what we saw from the BDS Mad Lion series.
Not to be a broken record, but it just feels like G2, look, regular season, always up and down, but they always still look strong. They come into playoffs and they just dumpster their teams on the way in towards the finals. As, again, tales of demise, potentially a little bit overblown.
For sure, for sure. I'm excited to see what adaptations BDS can make in the short turnarounds. How you're going to deal with the multi-carry threats that is this G2 roster. Yike proving again that he can be a big carry threat. Now, do you shift the ban priorities over to him? Are you going to give Tristana to Caps again?
No.
Yeah.
I think that's the one we can all agree on, and most teams agreed on during the regular season.
Well, bear in mind, Corki, Azir, and Trist. Well, he banned Lucian as well, which I think is much more of a Caps ban than it is a Hans Sommer ban. So you can target him all you want. His pool is very deep, and then the other carries also step up.
Yeah. So have you ever seen Anchorman, Betty?
I don't think I have.
You know where Ron Burgundy just reads off whatever's on the auto queue?
Yeah.
I'm going to do that right now. Trouble is not standing. Oh, it's changed to now. Okay.
Yeah.
Trouble is now standing by with BB and Caps in the Marriott Bonvoy post-game check-in. Let's send it over to her.
Indeed, I am, Medic. Thank you guys so much. Caps, Broken Blade, congratulations on a clean win. 2-0 over KC. Now, I do say clean, but there was an incident of 7 dragons being taken until you guys could clean it out in game number 1, Broken Blade?
Yeah, I mean, in the first game, our mid lane was having a little bit too much fun on side lane, dying a little too much. So they got some dragons. But we got the dragons after.
Hold on. There was a whole video about you leading the team and being the shot caller. Could you not have railed him back?
That's true.
Yeah?
I mean, sometimes the demons just take over, right?
And you cannot control them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, there was going to be Infernal map, right?
Yeah.
So we gave them the 3 drakes so we could get 4 Infernals.
Oh, you gave them the useless drakes and you got the important ones. You know what? That
Exactly.
makes absolute sense. Now, of course, that was a pretty clean series, guys. I'm pretty sure you're also very satisfied with yourselves. However, I want to ask about the experience in general that you brought here from the international event, playing LPL, playing LCK, playing a name maybe, I don't know. Caps?
I mean, definitely, we took a lot away from the trip, and we learned a lot about the AP junglers especially, because there was something that the other teams were using very well at EWC, but we didn't have as much of it in Europe, so it was something we were trying out, and it worked out really well today. I think Yike was on fire, so yeah, excited to see what we can do the rest of the playoffs.
I bet he's a bit happy not to be on Maokai as well. Now, Vivi, coming over to you, double Renekton, double Crocodile over in the top lane. This is pretty much like an LPL special, I want to say. We're seeing it B1 all over LPL right now. What are your thoughts on the champion and the counters he might have in the top lane, if any?
I mean, honestly, my team just wanted me to play Renekton, so I was like, sure, I'm down. It ended up being very good, especially against their comp. Yon is not known to be very strong against Renekton, so, and they also picked Yon into Renekton, which I think is not correct. I was a bit scared blind picking Renekton like that, but yeah, they played a lot in LPL. Recently, I've been playing much better against the LPL top laners, so maybe there's a correlation between that. But yeah, it was just good, so we picked it. I can't share too much information, right? We are still in a competition.
Play tomorrow.
We play tomorrow. So I will not answer that question fully, if that's okay with you.
Fair. That's classified information. However, you guys have joined every single tournament that has happened so far. We're talking LEC, we're talking MSI, we're talking EWC. You have been through so many competitions overall. How much of a toll does it take to continuously be traveling, playing, not having much time off?
I mean, for me, it's fine. I think we have a lot of good approaches to it. Our staff is doing a good job of helping us reset and keeping good condition for the games. And I also, it used to be even more, I feel like in the past, back before 2020, there was All-Stars and Rift Rivals and stuff like this. So it still feels like there's not even as much as back then. So it's fine.
So Caps is requesting for more tournaments. We got it. What about you, Broken Blade?
I mean, for me, it's always fun to be traveling around the world playing League of Legends. I mean, last tournament, I was kind of the patient zero. I made my teammates a little bit sick, so sorry for them. But it happens, you know. Sickness happens. It's all about playing sick as well, right? Yeah.
All right. Talking about sick. Yike had a pretty sick performance today in the AP junglers, like Caps mentioned, and he's waiting over on the other side in PGL with Lore and Sola. Would you guys like to tell him anything? Because I think, maybe his head grows over and he thinks he's too good on these AP junglers, so he will never go back on the Maokai. Any words for him?
I mean, definitely just want to say I hope he enjoyed today, because as far as I'm aware, it's definitely going to be some Maokai and Sejuani tomorrow. So enjoy.
All right, we're spilling the secrets. Now I'm going to ask all the fans to head over to the fan zone because this is where PGL is going to be held with Yike, Lore, and Sola. Take it away, guys.